Someone made a copy of your key and entered your private room. This is what they left behind. Archangel Michael says, you are not imagining it, something was truly wrong that night. The air was colder, stiller, and your instincts were screaming, but you brushed them off. But heaven watched closely, and what was revealed in the spirit will now be shown in your waking life. Archangel Michael says, someone created a copy of your key without your knowledge. They waited for the right moment, for when the energy around your home would be vulnerable. And they stepped in, not as a thief in the night, but as a betrayer with a quiet, sinister agenda. They knew exactly where to look, what to touch, and what to move. You may have noticed small things out of place, items shifted, curtains drawn differently, that subtle scent that didn't belong to you. This was not an accident, and this is no longer a secret. What they left behind was not something visible to the human eye. It was something spiritual, something energetic, meant to disturb your peace and unlock misfortune. But what they didn't realize is that heaven sealed you before they even arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They planted an object near your bed, hidden behind where you rest your head at night. This object carries not only their energy, but their intentions, fueled by envy, bitterness, and silent rage. It was left there like a spiritual trigger, designed to open a doorway to confusion and unrest. You may have noticed odd dreams since that day. Nightmares that lingered, feelings of being watched, or emotional heaviness that never existed before. This was their attempt to disturb your sleep and weaken your focus. But Archangel Michael says, what they left behind will not stay. You are being awakened because the time to cleanse, reclaim, and confront has come. You are not helpless. You are spiritually equipped, even if you feel exhausted right now. They thought you would never find out. They counted on your silence and your tendency to second-guess yourself. But their plan is unraveling now, and this message is the proof of divine exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They used an old photo of yours, possibly torn from a past memory or printed secretly from a device they had access to. This photo was folded and placed underneath a stack of clothing or inside a drawer in your private room. You've walked past it many times, not knowing that this very item was part of their ritual. It wasn't about stealing physical things, it was about interfering with your destiny. They wanted to shift your energy, block opportunities, and delay divine timing. They thought their manipulation would go unnoticed, but heaven never sleeps. There are fingerprints in your life left by someone pretending to care. This person smiled, praised you, and supported you outwardly. But within them grew a jealousy too deep to ignore. This is not just a warning, it is a spiritual wake-up call. What they left in your space was symbolic, a cursed thread, a marked object, or even a note written in coded resentment. And that item still carries the weight of their hidden intentions. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You might feel more tired lately, more easily irritated, more forgetful or clumsy. These are signs of spiritual disturbance, a silent invasion, a shift in your environment caused by what was left behind. But Archangel Michael says, you are not alone in this moment. Heaven has begun activating protection that has been dormant. Your intuition is being sharpened, your spiritual gifts are being awakened. You are about to uncover not only who did this, but why they did it. They tried to entangle your energy with theirs, so you would unknowingly carry their burdens. They feared your rising light and couldn't understand how you kept shining despite everything. So they tried to dim it from the inside, using the closest space to do it, your private room. Look again at your calendar, there's a date where everything started to change. Around that time, your mood, dreams, and motivation may have shifted. That was the moment they entered and left behind something designed to affect your timeline. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You are chosen to receive this message because you are spiritually mature enough to handle the truth. This act was not random. It was calculated, based on observation, jealousy, and deceit. They've been watching from a distance, but acting from within your circle. There is a specific item that's been moved and placed back, subtly, but intentionally. Trust your gut if something seems off, even slightly. The hand that touched it carried envy, and that energy lingers unless cleansed. They used your trust to gain access, smiled when you shared your plans, then copied your key without blinking. This isn't just a person, it's a spirit working through someone to block you. But what was meant to break you will become your greatest testimony. Heaven is already releasing reversal angels around your home. These angels are finding and destroying what was left behind. Even now, you may feel a sense of clarity beginning to return. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The one who entered your room tried to suppress your voice. They feared what you might say, do, or become. So they acted quickly, but they underestimated your divine support. Archangel Michael says, the person who did this is known to you. You've had conversations with them recently, but their eyes avoid yours when it matters most. Their guilt is hidden in plain sight, disguised by politeness and false affection. They thought by leaving behind an energy of confusion, they could cause mistakes and missteps. But instead, it triggered your higher protection to activate in full force. Now, they are beginning to feel the heat of their own actions. Heaven is not just watching, it's intervening. Every hidden object, every tampered item, every manipulated energy will be purged. You will reclaim your room, your energy, and your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 222. A mirror in your room may carry more than a reflection. It may have absorbed a spiritual imprint from the person who trespassed. If you felt watched, or seen shadows pass quickly, this is why. They used that mirror as a gateway, to observe, to reflect energy, to distort your view. Cover it or cleanse it with divine authority. You are not powerless in this moment, even if it feels eerie. The person behind this is growing restless. They feel the shift. They feel the exposure. They feel heaven's eyes turning toward them. They may try to come closer, act overly kind, or feign concern. Do not let their kindness fool you this time. The spiritual realm has already revealed the truth. And the truth will pierce through every disguise they wear. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Look in your drawer where you keep old notebooks, receipts, or photographs. Something does not belong there anymore. What they left may appear ordinary, but it carries energetic residue. The spiritual markings are not meant for the eye but for the soul. They are woven into the item they placed, masked by common appearance. You will know it when you hold it, it will feel cold, foreign, or uncomfortable. Archangel Michael says, you have been under a quiet test. Heaven allowed this not to harm you, but to expose what's been working against you in silence. You are passing that test now because you chose to believe in the nudges of your soul. Cleanse your space. Speak words of power over your room. This is your sanctuary, and it will not remain tainted. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The person's shadow will not return to your room again. What they open is being shut by the hand of heaven. But what they left behind must still be removed physically and spiritually. Tonight, you may feel lighter as angels remove the traces. Pay attention to what you feel when you walk into your room. What once felt heavy will begin to feel protected. You were never truly alone in this. From the moment they stepped in, heaven was documenting every move. Every violation is being accounted for. Archangel Michael says, a spiritual reversal is now taking place. Their interference is being pushed back to them sevenfold. And you, yes you, are stepping into a wave of clarity, strength, and divine acceleration. Type Amen to get blessing 000. This wasn't just about your room. It was about silencing your progress and clouding your intuition. But what they didn't know was that your soul is fire-forged and angel-backed. Even the objects they touched will no longer serve their purpose. Heaven's light is burning through the imprints, and nothing they left can remain hidden now. You may begin to remember things, visions, dreams, intuitions you buried. This person may soon attempt to confess, but their confession is manipulation. Stay guarded in love, but wise in truth. You've earned this clarity, and no apology can erase the trespass. Archangel Michael says, this message was your spiritual evidence. This is your call to remove what's been planted, reclaim what's been taken, and restore what's been shaken. You are protected. You are rising. You are awake. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, what they intended for harm is becoming your divine elevation. They wanted to trap you with fear, confusion, and delay, but your soul refused to bow. You are chosen not just to survive this, but to become a sign of warning to others who walk unaware. Now, every corner of your room is being realigned with peace. You'll notice strange chills vanishing, you'll sleep deeper, your focus will sharpen again. Even your thoughts will feel clearer, as if fog is finally lifting. This is because what they left behind, physically and spiritually, is being removed now. You may feel the need to clean, to move furniture, to open windows and burn sacred scent. Follow that urge. Your spirit is guiding you to take back ownership of your sanctuary. In the next few nights, you may hear a noise or feel a spiritual shift. Do not fear it, it's the sound of eviction. The energy that did not belong is being cast out by forces greater than your intruder could ever understand. Type Amen to get blessing 121. There's a notebook you once wrote your desires in, or a diary you hid away. That was not hidden as well as you thought. They found it, read it, and used your own words to try and bind your path. But those words are sacred. They are your soul's blueprint, whispered to the universe with honesty. They tried to manipulate what they didn't create, and now it's turning on them. Their intentions are crumbling. Their sleepless nights have begun. Because what they stepped into is not just your space, but the protection of heaven itself. The locks they copied will change energetically. Even if you never replace them physically, your space is sealed differently now. Heaven has marked it as impenetrable unless you invite it in. Type Amen to get blessing 144. They never thought you'd figure it out. They thought the silence and stillness would conceal their actions. But their energy lingered longer than they expected, and now it betrays them. There's a piece of clothing you haven't worn lately that feels off. Maybe it's on the chair, or folded neatly in a pile. They may have touched it, left energy in the threads, used it as a channel. You'll feel it when you hold it. If your hand tingles, or your body hesitates, that's the sign. Wash it with intention. Command every residue to be erased. The heavens are now showing you what was always behind the scenes. The fake smiles, the sudden mood changes, the too perfect concern. All of it was part of the game they played behind your back. Type Amen to get blessing 313. This isn't just about one person, it's about a spirit using people close to you. They used charm as a weapon. They used familiarity as permission. But you are not the same person you were when they entered your room. You are spiritually upgraded now. And your new awareness is your sword. You'll begin to sense things before they happen. You'll feel people's energy before they speak. And your dreams will start revealing what's happening in secret. Archangel Michael says this act was their final attempt. Because their influence is now severed from your life. They'll be blocked from returning, even if they try. Type Amen to get blessing 737. Watch closely, someone will soon slip in speech. They'll mention something that they shouldn't know. And that will be your confirmation of who entered your space. You don't need to fight. You don't need to accuse. Heaven has already written your vindication. What they tried to curse will now become blessed. Your private room will feel like new. A fresh wave of opportunity, peace, and alignment is coming through. Everything they tried to delay will now speed up. Money will flow again. Connections will rebuild. Creativity will spark. They tried to suffocate your spirit, but you're about to soar. Type Amen to get blessing 626. They will feel the effects of what they did. But it won't be because you cursed them. It will be because they trespassed against the divine plan for your life. What you lost in confusion will return with clarity. What you doubted will now be confirmed. The time of spiritual blindness is over. Your room is not just a space. It is the reflection of your inner world. And that world is being renewed. Expect unexpected joy. Expect divine whispers in the night. Expect to feel lighter, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Heaven is not done yet. There is more protection coming. More signs will arrive in the next 48 hours. Type Amen to get blessing 414. You may suddenly remember a small moment, a weird sound, a light flicker, a missing item. That was the moment of entry. Heaven allowed you to forget until it was time to confront it. Now that the veil is lifted, you'll feel safer again. Your soul is anchoring into peace. And your home is becoming sacred ground once more. Burn something holy, speak over your walls, bless your bed. These are not rituals, they are weapons. You're commanding your territory back. Archangel Michael says this event will mark your spiritual maturity. What once scared you now empowers you. What once threatened you now submits to your authority. Your room is a temple. It holds your energy, your dreams, your prayers. No one will ever enter again without divine permission. Type Amen to get blessing 151. The person who copied your key will soon face exposure. A secret will come out, a message, a photo, a misplaced word. You won't need to say a thing. They'll be caught by the energy they tried to send you. Heaven has a record of all things. This betrayal has been stamped. And divine justice has been dispatched. Their steps are being reversed. Their intentions are being swallowed by the light. And their next few days will be filled with discomfort. But for you, a wind of transformation has begun. Where you once walked carefully, now you will walk boldly. Where you once feared shadows, now you will carry flame. Archangel Michael says, "You are the light that darkness fears. You are the sealed soul they could not destroy. You are the chosen one whose room is guarded by angels. Type Amen to get blessing 373. This is the final message on the matter. What they left behind no longer has power. It's been revoked, removed, and replaced. You are no longer a victim. You are the voice. You are the one who reclaimed their space. Do not entertain false guilt. Do not second-guess your intuition. Your instincts were always right. Your home will shine again. Your sleep will be deep. Your blessings will no longer be delayed. And if they ever dare to return, they'll be met with fire. Because the archangel stands at your door now, sword in hand. They will not enter again. This is sealed. This is sacred. This is final. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has now reinforced your walls with unseen light. Each corner of your room is wrapped in a divine seal that cannot be broken. Even if they try again, spiritually or physically, they will be stopped before they even reach your door. What they left behind no longer belongs in your story. That chapter is being erased from your timeline. And in its place, a surge of divine favor is being planted. You'll start noticing shifts in your environment. The room may feel warmer. Lights will glow stronger. Even plants in the space will begin to thrive again. That's because what was once poison has now been healed. The energy field surrounding you is no longer porous. It is guarded by angels who never sleep. Type Amen to get blessing 606. The scent they left behind, the perfume, the oil, the unfamiliar aroma, was part of their strategy. They hoped you'd carry their energy unknowingly. But your senses rejected it, even before your mind understood. Every item they touched is now being spiritually sanitized. You'll be led to wash certain clothes, rearrange objects, and throw out one particular thing. Follow those nudges, for they are heaven's way of guiding you to complete restoration. The person who copied your key was not working alone. There's a whisperer behind them, someone older, more experienced in the manipulation of spiritual energy. But even that influence is being dismantled now. Heaven is not just protecting you, it's tracing the source. Anyone involved will be stripped of power they never had the right to touch. And your name will rise in favor once more. Type Amen to get blessing 202. You may have felt forgotten. Like no one saw what you felt. But this message proves otherwise. You were heard. You were seen. You were protected in silence. Now, the silence breaks with a roar. The roar of divine justice. The roar of your spiritual reawakening. You will no longer walk unaware. You will no longer ignore your intuition. You are not soft, you are sacred. This moment will define your future path. Because what tried to trap you ended up unlocking your power. And now, doors that were once shut are about to fly open. Type Amen to get blessing 515. Expect calls to come in with good news. Expect money to move in your favor again. Expect peace to anchor your thoughts where fear once lived. You are being restored from the inside out. Your home, your energy, your body, and your destiny. Everything is realigning because the intruder has been spiritually evicted. Even their face will become distant in your mind. Their name will lose its grip. Their plan will dissolve without a trace. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are in the middle of a divine shift. Archangel Michael says this act of betrayal was heaven's signal to unleash your next level. That level includes sharper intuition, higher clarity, and divine upgrades. Even your sleep will become prophetic again. Type Amen to get blessing 818. As you reclaim your room, you also reclaim pieces of your identity. You forgot who you were because their energy clouded your inner compass. But now, the fog is lifting, and your full self is returning. Expect to have moments of tears, not from sadness, but from release. This is your spirit exhaling after holding in trauma it didn't know how to speak. Let the tears come. Let the freedom rise. Your room is your throne. And thrones are not meant to be trespassed. That key they copied has become useless. Even if they try again, the spiritual code has changed. They will feel blocked, rejected, even afraid, because they dared to step into a space covered by divine promise. Type Amen to get blessing 909. From this day forward, protect your space differently. Bless your pillow. Speak power over your clothes. Even your walls should hear your voice affirming your dominion. Let your bed become a place of vision again. Let your desk become a place of creation again. Let your mirror reflect truth, not fear. The betrayal may still sting, but it will no longer control you. You will look back at this moment and realize it was your rebirth. The invasion became the invitation to awaken your divine self. You'll notice patterns shifting. People falling away. Unexpected gifts arriving. All of these are signs that heaven has taken over your space again. And you, yes, you, are walking in the light that nothing can extinguish. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Soon, a stranger will confirm something without knowing your story. They'll say something simple, but it will pierce your soul with truth. That is heaven's final proof that this season is over. Your private room has become your altar. A place where heaven now visits, rests, and releases. You are not who you were before this happened. You are wiser. You are covered. You are chosen to break generational curses and protect your lineage. They tried to unlock your downfall, but they unknowingly triggered your elevation. Their weapon backfired in the most powerful way. Archangel Michael says this battle is over. You won. And from this day, your victories will no longer be delayed. Type Amen to get blessing 171. The next time someone enters your room, it will be someone blessed. A visitor carrying news, joy, or unexpected confirmation. Because now, your space only welcomes what aligns with your purpose. The person who violated your trust will hear of your success soon. And they will have to sit in the silence of their own regret. Heaven will not let them interfere again. You'll walk into your room differently now. With power. With assurance. With full awareness. And you'll know it's yours, fully and completely. Heaven is restoring your territory. And what's coming next will make this pain feel like a distant shadow. Joy, abundance, and clarity are about to fill every part of your life. Archangel Michael says your story has changed. This was not a warning, this was your prophecy. And it is now fulfilled. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.